Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Cody.
And we're Dome Life. If you watch our normal vlogs, they're on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we go camping. But today we want to show you our task that we are doing. We are removing the back seats from our Hummer. If you're new here, we drive a Hummer H3 2006. It has 240,000 miles on it.
46,000.
46 to be exact, and we need to make more room for our camping gear and plans that we have here in the next month. So first thing we have to do is get these seats out. After we get the seats out, we plan on building a platform, because if you can see here, there's a lip, or what would you call that?
It's the actual body of the truck. The other problem is look how much foam we have here.
Yeah,
see
that's
that?
a lot of wasted space.
Yeah, and if we go flat,
it's not even.
Yeah, it's not even.
You're actually losing space if you fold it down like that. So the goal is to remove all the seats, and we're going to build a wooden platform. We have a piece of plywood we're going to cover with carpet to make this level here all the way across, and we can actually store things underneath it as well. So we think that's a pretty good idea, and we want to share it with you guys. So if anybody out there is trying to figure out how to remove these back seats on a Hummer, we're going to show you how to do that today.
The first part of removing these seats is removing these caps. Behind this cap is a bolt that's attached to the floor. So we got to just pop these off with a flathead screwdriver. And that one's kind of tight. There. So this is going to be an 18 millimeter nut. I got my 18 millimeter socket out. I'm just going to back that off.
Got it. That's all it is.
That's it. So the next step is removing the seats, and there's still going to be 18 millimeter socket that you'll need, but you'll also need an extension, and the bolts and nuts are right here. One here and one right there. So we'll back these out. We're in a little bit of a tight spot, so we're gonna have to drop this seat as well, because I actually think these two are connected on the same bracket here.
Okay, let me hold that.
All right. What we got right here?
That one's gonna be tight.
Yeah. Oh!
We've got another hidden pocket here.
All right, guys, these pockets here have bolts as well. I kind of thought that. All right. And here we go.
Seats are out. Woohoo! Look at all this room. So this looks really dirty, and what I'm gonna do is remove the two floor mats and then vacuum. She's all cleaned up, and Cody is going to put the bolts back on so that we do not lose them, and the two little rubber stoppers that were there.
So we've been thinking long and hard, not really long and hard, I just came up with it as I was tightening the bolts back down. How are we gonna do the plywood? Well, I'm gonna actually make it as wide as the back compartment, level it out right here where it touches, because we got 3/4 inch plywood, and we're gonna come level, and I'm gonna keep it this width all the way forward, and the reason for that is because we want to be able to store stuff under here as well, and if I angle it and come to here, we're gonna have to snake our hand around this angled piece of the body of the vehicle to get in here. So if I leave just a little bit of a gap, we can actually maneuver our hand under that a little bit easier, I'm thinking. Somewhat. All right, guys, so it looks like we're gonna make our plywood 41 3/4 inches wide. What we have here is some BC 3/4 inch plywood. And what is BC plywood? One side has been sanded and the other side has not been sanded. And Angel, what do we say? 41 3/4?
Yes.
41 3/4. 41 3/4. I have this old chalk line, and I'll put it right there on the mark I have, and come across. This is filled up with chalk, and you'll shake it up to make sure chalk gets back on this line, blue chalk, and you'll just pull right to where you are. You'll hold it tight, And I love doing this, guys. Check it out. You ready? You ready? How cool is that? That's Uptown High right there, guys. So I'm gonna get my table saw set up. It's gonna be 6 inches and a quarter. And that should put me in line with table saw on the far side of the blue line.
We've got the board cut and we're gonna try it in. We had the wood in the vehicle and we kind of marked on the wood where this lip was because that's where we want it to end there. And Cody is now measuring it.
So I'm gonna go on her far side of her mark and do about 11 1/4 on both sides. And we're actually gonna cut 11 1/4 off and see where we set on that.
Okay, we've got a board here cut and let's see how it's go. It fits perfect back there.
Yep. This is where we were actually trying to get, was in this lip here. All right.
Next is the legs, and Cody is measuring for them right now. We had to flip the board over because it is a little bit warped. It's been in our garage for several years. So we flipped it over just to get an exact measurement for the legs.
I mean, if I push down and add weight, it's 8 inches. And I think that's what I'm gonna go with. You think 8 inches is it? Go
I
8
think
inches
that's
all
good.
the way?
Yeah.
All right, let's do a couple more 8 inches. To give it a little bit more strength now that we have the legs built, on the back side, think about this being reversed. I'm gonna have 2 legs, and I'm gonna put one 11 1/2 inch board in between here so that these legs have more structure and they won't go back and forth while we're driving down the road. To get through the 2x4s, I've chosen to go with a 3-inch decking screw. I wanted to go with the decking screw because if that gets wet or something back there, this is kind of treated and it won't have any issues and start rusting.
Okay, we got that part done, and now the goal is to screw them to the board that is our base. Like this is how you want to do, one there and then one here.
Mm-hmm. That's the game plan.
It's the test. Dun dun dun. Testing it out.
You think?
I like it. I think it works.
So we still have a little bit of 2x4 left, and this is something I'm just having to do because this board is warped from it being old and setting out, and I want to kind of try to pull it out. Is we're going to place this last piece of 2x4 right here, and what I'm going to do is just lay this down flat, place it where it needs to go, on top of that, feel for it, it's right there. Y'all liking this skill? I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's right there. Looks like I hit it.
You did. Cody ended up throwing in about 3 more screws, and it looks like it pulled the warp out of the board. So we're really happy about that. And now is my favorite part, right?
Guys, she has been saying, when do I get to use the stapler? When do I get to put the carpet on? For like 3 hours.
Now it's my turn. I've been wanting to do this since we bought the staple gun and the carpet. So now we're gonna cover it with carpet. We've got the carpet laying on top, and we're gonna take a box cutter and we're just gonna cut each here so it can fold under properly and we can staple it on that side. And this is just outdoor carpet. We got it at Home Depot in the carpet section, but it was outdoor carpet. So I'm gonna do this.
So Kelly's just putting a few more staples in, but guys, at this point, it's pretty much done. Oh, yep, like a glove.
Wow.
What? Level, 3/4 inch plywood, seamless. Look at that. Look at that. Went up under here, support 2x4s like I told you. And I left enough room here so that you can actually still get up under here and like put storage. From the back, look at that. Look at that. Level.
Yep, I'd say this is good. Well, if you guys like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. And check out our Thursday vlogs. They're camping vlogs. I think you would like them.
And we will catch you on the other.